So last night, something that people thought would never happen did happen. John Cena turned heel. Um, Here it is the day afterwards. I get up at 5:30 this morning to start my work day. I walk in the truck stop to get me an energy drink and a damn something for breakfast. And the guy behind the counter at the Loves, where I was at near Indianapolis, goes, I'm wearing my Cody Rhodes t-shirt, and he sees the shirt and he goes, "Dude, I love your shirt." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." He goes, "Dude, did you see that last night?" He goes, "People online are saying that would never happen when Vince was around. Vince McMahon would never allow that to happen." I'm like, "Yeah, man, but they did it good. It was very good." I mean, it's like in the movie, it's Star Wars, and people enjoy it. Everybody loves a good bad guy. Everybody loves to hate him. And I have a feeling that we're going to love to hate John Cena here. I don't think this farewell tour is ever going to be the last time we see him. He'll pop up here and there every now and then, I think. But I do think that he wants to go out putting somebody over. He doesn't want to go out being the good guy. And I'm all for it. 17-year-old me, if you would have told 17-year-old me back in, 2003 that this was going to happen, I would have been like, no, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. As much as I want it to happen, it's never going to happen. For me, John Cena got stale really, really quick. Real quick. When he beat the Big Show, I think it was, for the U.S. title at WrestleMania 20, that was like, okay, what now? And for, however many years, 20-some years after that, we got Superman Cena, Big Match John. I can't stand it. I could not stand it. There was matches where, okay, such and such got, Cena gets DQ'd. Oh, nope, we're going to restart it. Cena gets daggone beaten. Oh, nope, we're going to restart it. I remember sitting in a Hooters losing my shit over that happening at a pay-per-view. I can't remember which one it was. It was somewhere around 2010, 2011. I mean, I was just beside myself at the booking of this guy. But last night, they finally pulled the trigger on it. And they finally turned him heel. You got corporate Cena. This was our version of the Hulk Hogan heel turn from 96. When Hogan turned heel back in 96, they were throwing, oh man, I want garbage to get thrown in the ring at this guy. I want him to be hated. I, as a wrestling fan, am going to boo him if I ever get to see him again. I am curious to see how this plays out. It's new. It's interesting. Was it the way they were supposed to go? Who knows? The Rock is saying that this has been planned since October at the Bad Blood deal. I don't buy that for a minute. I still firmly believe that he's come in and wrecked Triple H's booking. And that maybe he should have given Triple H a heads up. Maybe he did. We don't know. However, we're here. We're in this spot. For people to say this is bad, it makes no sense. And, John Cena merch money. They're leaving money on the table. I can't believe I'm going to throw it to this guy. But let's see or hear what Dave Meltzer had to say. This might surprise you because it surprised me. Take a listen.
Get to here in a little while, but the big news coming out of Chamber is that The Rock has a corporate champion, and it is John Cena, who after all these years has turned heel here in his final run. And Dave, what did you think of this angle in the show?
I mean, it was certainly well done. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was like an all-time classic angle. I'm surprised in the sense of, it being in his farewell run And some people will note that as soon as he did it, everybody cheered, which I think everyone knew that would happen because people saw it as like a happening. They didn't boo Cena at all. How that will go in. I mean, we got a babyface heel thing going into the thing. I think that's probably a better dynamic. It's a different time. I mean, like there was a period when everyone wanted Cena to turn, and it would have been the wrong thing for business because he was selling so much merchandise that would not have sold had he turned, and he was doing the Make-A-Wish. It just wasn't the right thing, even though people were booing him all the time. I mean, now everyone's cheering him since he came back. I mean, nobody booed him at all. And but it's not his crowd now. This is the Cody Rhodes crowd. It's a different era, and he's not the guy, like he's not the big merch seller. Although his merch sells well, but there's, it's not necessary. You're not sacrificing anything at all by turning him. And I don't know if this was always going to be the plan or it was something that, but I'm sure we'll know tomorrow. As far as like, was it always going to be a Cena turn on Cody? Or was it because Rock put himself in and, because the big thing originally was the idea of Cena going for the 17th World Championship, which is sort of babyface thing. But they did this, and I thought it was shocking in a good way. So, I mean, overall, I thought it was an awesome show.
Dave Meltzer praising a WWE angle. Wow. I got to tell you. I can't believe I'm saying this. I agree with everything Meltzer says. I agree with everything that Dave Meltzer says there. Again, I'm a fair and balanced guy. When people say shit, I call them out on that. 90% of the time, what Dave Meltzer has to say is absolute BS. But right here, he's right on the money. Cena's got more money than God. He doesn't need to sell merch. Cody Rhodes, Cena is not the number one merch seller in WWE. Those replica jackets, those replica robes that they sell. I think it's like I'll call it a duster coat. That the red coat that Cody Rhodes wears out to the ring. Those things are $400 a piece. And I've seen plenty of them in Atlanta when I was in town in Atlanta for Bad Blood. You know who else has a shit ton of merch? CM Punk. They don't need the John Cena merch money. They'd like it. They'd like to enhance their bottom line, but they really don't need it. And they're smart enough to realize that, you need a good villain. What were they going to do? Cena versus Cody? Babyface versus babyface? Come on. Do I agree that maybe it should have been Punk? More on that later. But here is something interesting. In 2024, last year, a movie came out. It was early last year. Came out called Ricky Stenicki. And it's got William H. Macy. It's got Zac Efron in it. Jeff Ross is in it. The Roastmaster himself, Jeff Ross. And then it's got John Cena in it. And because this guy is a full-blown member of the press, I'll give him credit here. Chris Van Vliet did an interview. He was on the press tour for Ricky Stenicki, John Cena was. And he did a junket. And for those who don't know what a press junket is, they put you in a room. They put the star in a room. So John Cena's sitting there in what looks probably like a closet with a big movie backdrop behind him, as you'll see here in this clip. And for about maybe 4 or 5 hours straight, reporter after reporter after reporter comes through and they get about 15 minutes with the guy. If you're lucky. Normally it's about maybe 5 or 10. So John Cena was on the press junket for Ricky Stenicki, and Chris Van Vliet comes in, and this conversation happened. Pay close attention to the end of this conversation. It's a great clip.
How close were you to turning heel?
Real close.
Around what time period?
Cena Rock 1.
Oh.
I got word that they were going to do it. I went out and recorded a new song. I went out and got all new gear. I wasn't prepared for Ruthless Aggression. That was the last time I wasn't prepared. And I mean, I heard rumblings of, we're going to do it. And in 48 hours, I had a new track, a new studio mix, theme song, final mix. I had 7 new singlets, low-cut singlets with boxing-type robes. I already had the boots in storage, so I dusted them off. I was ready to go. And already thinking about what I could do with the story. Okay, what is a heel? A heel is not just new gear. The objectivity or the message behind the singlet and the boxing robes and the boots is its exact opposite of what you saw with the street gear. The jean shorts, the t-shirt, the ball cap, the sneakers. No, go the opposite route. And now lean into the opposite of everything you stand for. So I would begin to not work as hard. I would show up less. I would be untrustworthy, unloyal. I would lack respect in what I did. All you have to do is turn that on its... I would give up a lot. All those things you can take and make interesting stories. And this is the stuff that's running through my head, not what moves can I do. It's how can I take the intellectual property that people are familiar with and twist it? So it's this guy's insane. It's everything I've come to love, and now I genuinely hate it. And in being a real bad guy, and I think that was the conversation that was eventually had, where it's okay, it's a bad idea. I'm hey, I know this is going to sting, but I'm not going to sell another t-shirt. I'm going to take all merchandise off the market. I'm not going to put out anything new. I'm not going to do any more appearances. I'm not going to do any Make-A-Wishes. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm going to be a bad guy to make you a good guy, so you're a good guy does all that.
Yeah.
And that's when I was we're kind of in too deep. So it worked out the way it worked out. But bro, I was ready.
I could see the excitement as you're describing this. How good was the theme song?
I recorded it with saxophones instead of trumpets. It's called Fear My Name. I still have it locked away somewhere. If it ever sees the light of day, I want to remix it with trumpets instead of saxophones. But it has the hit of Time Is Now.
Imagine a world where The Rock's a heel now. Imagine a world where The Rock and John Cena are a heel at the same time.
So the weird thing is that's supposed to happen. If you think of the course of human life, no one is perfect, right? And it's very tough each day to wake up and live a good life. It's tough to be mistake-free. So that's human trajectory. We all go through patches where we make decisions against our value system. We all turn heel at one point. It's just a matter of if you see the light. And I think that's what makes a lot of the characters redeemable, is if you take a really good guy and then have them lose their way. It's Darth Vader in Star Wars, but you want to root for him because you don't give up on that guy. I know there's good in him. That.
So this was hinted at a year ago. Cena's had it in his head. This has been alluded to a long time ago, if you bother to pay attention. And people are going, "Oh, Joe, the casual fans don't pay attention to this stuff." There are no more casual fans, you morons. There's no such thing as a casual fan. That guy at the truck stop last night proves it to me. When he's going, "Oh, I like your shirt. I read on the internet what happened," and everybody on the internet is saying Vince McMahon would never allow this to happen. Again, my son-in-law, who only started watching wrestling a few years ago, thanks to me, you're welcome, he immediately has gone on and looked at YouTubers and paid attention to what people like myself have said. And he goes on there and looks at people like me and what people like Meltzer are saying. There is no more casual fan. WWE, let me actually look. Let me look this up. While I'm recording this, let me look this up. Hold on. All right, so the video of John Cena, the heel turn from last night, they posted the video, according to YouTube, 12 hours ago, so at 1 o'clock in the morning, as Eastern time. 2.3 million views. And what do you think the algorithm does? The algorithm is going to suggest, they're going to suggest other WWE videos. But at the same time, if you scroll down, what's going to be in those suggestions underneath that video? People like a Meltzer, people like Wrestling Inc., people like Post Wrestling. Dare say people like me have been popping up in people's algorithms. There are no more casual fans. And Cena has been hinting at this. Chris Van Vliet hinted at it. The Rock is a heel now. When it Rock and Cena teaming up, and Cena even said, that's Star Wars. What did I tell people? I didn't even pick up on it until I went back, and I can remember watching that video of Cena discussing turning heel about 6 months ago. They foretold this stuff. The hints are there if you bother to dig them out. The Rock then went on to Bad Blood and hinted at it then. Cena then hints at it at the Royal Rumble press conference. I am entering the chamber match because I deserve it. And I want that record. And me being champion is best for business. He didn't say me and Cody main eventing WrestleMania was best for business. He said me being champion is best for business. That's what he said. It's there, guys. I want to see the new singlets that he talks about in that video. I want to hear the new music track, the Fear My Name music track. He says that's ready to go. It's been ready to go since 2012. I want full-on corporate Cena. I want him wearing a suit in the ring when he's not working, when he's not wrestling. I want him wearing a suit. And I want him to go, you know what? Yeah, back in 2012, I bashed this man, points at The Rock. I bashed this man for, doing what I'm doing now. He went to Hollywood and he was a part-timer and I was a full-timer. And what happened? What happened? Over half of you guys booed me. I did all the Make-A-Wishes, most Make-A-Wishes out of anybody in history. And you still booed me. I ignored it. But you know what? Now I'm going to do what's best for me. I'm going to do what's best for my ego. I'm going to do what's best for my pocket. And I'm going to break the record. And I'm going to win a 17th World Championship. And you know what? I did say that I was going to shake the hand of the man who won it the 18th time. No, I'm going to spit in his face because there's nobody ever. It's never going to happen anyway. Nobody. I'm the greatest of all time. Michael Cole even came out there and said it. The downside of all this, though, is that they're going over to the UK, and the UK is Bizarro World, just like Canada is, so they're probably going to cheer the man anyway. I want those Brits to boo him. If you're listening, me and British wrestling fans have never seen eye to eye, ever. I think your stupid chants. I heard it last night. The hey, Bailey. I don't want to hear it. Do your role, know your role, and play along. Boo the man out of the building. I even want fuck you Cena chants going on. You sold out chants. But no, they're going over to England for about the whole month of March. And it's going to cripple them, I have a feeling, with that fan base. However, there's a lot of things they got right last night. I'm looking forward to it. Cena alluded to it. If I were booking this, I would Monday night. They're in Buffalo, New York. Okay? I would have Cena come out. I would have Cena come out and go, you know what? Remember, before I say what he should do, remember when Austin turned heel? What did he do the next Thursday on SmackDown? What did he do? He turned heel Monday night and aligned himself with Triple H. And then Thursday night he came out and he tore Jim Ross, his buddy, apart. This is where CM Punk comes into play. Because you're not going to have Rock wrestle. Yeah, the beating with the belt and everything like that is one thing. But I think that we could have CM Punk align himself with John Cena as a heel group. The new two-man power trip. And you got Vince McMahon right there in The Rock, the corporate authority figure, to back them all up. And then also Monday night, maybe you do that. Maybe you do that Friday, the corporate thing with Punk Friday. But this Monday, what needs to happen? Cole checking on Cody Rhodes after the match. You need to have John Cena come out and beat the fuck out of Michael Cole Monday. And then you need to have maybe The Rock come out and go, you know what? I knew this was going to happen. I told him, hey, you're my champion. You don't take no shit off nobody. Especially that half-wit Michael Cole. Sorry, my phone's dinging in the background. But you don't take shit off nobody. My champion doesn't have to listen to you call him a sellout, Michael Cole. So you know who's going to replace me or replace him at the announce desk? Please welcome the new elite announcer from Monday Night Raw, Corey Graves. That ties in right there. Because the Corey Graves thing happened, right around the time of the Rumble. It fits. It fits. Again, everybody on the internet knows about the Corey Graves. Everybody, all the fans know about the Corey Graves deal. Why Corey Graves is on NXT and Corey Graves got sent home. And if it is a shoot, make it work for you. Have it make you some money. And then Corey Graves go, yeah, you know what? I was mad about my station, but I called up the final boss and I apologized and I said, whatever you need, I'm 100% there for you. And lo and behold, I got the spot I always wanted right there at the announce table, sitting next to that idiot McAfee. I got to put up with him every week, but oh well, he's under a contract. We can't fire him. But we could get rid of Cole. So we did. And then Thursday, you come out and do the deal with Punk joining up with them. There's still room for more heels in this. You got too many baby faces as it is, man. Roman could come back. I do not want to see Punk, Roman, and Seth in a three-way. I really don't, but oh well, it's the hand we've been dealt with. I think you could still have a heel CM Punk teaming up with Cena. These young kids today, they don't know nothing. They don't know anything about ruthless aggression. I could hear that now. Ruthless aggression built my career. And when I decide to show some ruthless aggression, you boo me for it. It all writes itself. Anyway, folks, I've been ranting and raving about this too long. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We'll see you down the road.
You don't have a soul. I don't have a soul. There's no such thing as a soul.